Hello and welcome back to Beaglington-On-Sea. What are you wearing? It's for the St. Patrick's Day special. Can't you decorate a little bit? Fine. But after the intro credits. Dear Gwit agus Fulcha on Beaglington-On-Sea, and happy St. Patrick's Day from the Kingdom of Kerry. So yes, this is the St. Patrick's Day special for 2024, and the theme I've gone for this time is everything green, and well, almost everything green, because it's neat. I'm going to try and keep things as green as possible with lots of green locomotives and green rolling stock. There will be a few things that aren't green, because it's impossible to do things purely like that, but I've got a good mix of things hopefully today that are going to be running. So I'm hoping that you'll enjoy it. I'm going to do twice as many trains as normal. So normally I do 3 sets of 3, that'd be 9 trains. I'm going to try and run 18. So we'll see how that goes. So I've got some trains lined up here, ready to run. And on the inside line, I have something from the last video, which is the milk train, which is all green apart from the brake pan. So that's the 45XX Prairie, and we'll just bring that here. The next train that I have to run is Lord of the Isles, which is running with its coaches, which aren't green but are matching. So I'll just bring that around there. And we'll see if the smoke generator decides to work today, who knows. And on the outside line we have the 56XX56667 in Great Western Green, pulling some green Mark 1 coaches. There's a first and third and a brake coach. So we'll be running those, although his there is off, so we'll just put that back on. So Great Western Railway, their locomotives are green, so I go on with that, but also there is a slight connection with Ireland there in the fact that you could get trains from London all the way to Fishguard, and then you could go from Fishguard to Rosslare, and then on to places like Killarney and down to Kersley. So really, you could go on a Great Western trip all the way from London to here, basically, in the olden days. So that would have been a trip right across the southern part of Ireland. So there's a bit of a Great Western connection there. And obviously Brunel helped with the line south from Dublin along the east coast. So we've got that going, and we've got Lord of the Isles going, and we've got the Prairie going. And say, happy St. Patrick's Day, and get some footage. And hopefully St. Patrick will turn up to rescue us from some snakes at some point. Come on. There we go. Right. Let's see them run. smoke from there, from Lord of the Isles. But it's time to stop those trains now. So I'm just going to stop them in the station. That's the Lord of the Isles. And Prairie. Oh wait, that's the 5666. Oh, Prairie can come around here. Keep forgetting which controller it's on. Oh, that's good. So, I'm going to try and run as many trains as possible. I'm going to try and run twice as many trains as I normally do. So I'm going to quickly change these over and put on a new set of trains. Yes, so I've changed the trains around. I've got Flying Scotsman on the outside line. I think that means it's a... what's it called? Bother. The wires tangled up. It's a DCC locomotive. So just check nothing's making a strange sound at the moment. That's good. Flying Scotsman, number 10. 10. Select. Yes, right, that's good. So Flying Scotsman set up, and then I've got the other two trains are both set up onto the HM2000. So Flying Scotsman's on the outside with car number 54 and 65, great cars that are Pullmans, and the new Pullman I got for Christmas, Agatha, or, well, sort of a late Christmas present that came in my Hattons box. Then I have the GSWR, which I'm pretending is the Great Southern Western Railway of Ireland, 4F, pulling, now I don't have any orange and black Irish coaches, but I do have those very garishly painted orange and red transcontinental coaches from Trying that are going to be coupling behind it. And then on the inside line, I've got the lovely little Peckett, which is pulling the Sam's Train's shortest coaches. So, here comes the screamer. Followed by the probably almost silent Peckett. And of course, Flying Scotsman. There we are. So, I guess some footage of those running. Oh, St. Patrick, won't you banish those snakes from Beaglington-On-Sea? trains run, so I'm going to stop these somewhere. I'll wait for the stop things to come around and control it into the station. There they are. And then the package train will also stop at the station. And second forth. Yeah. Right. Well, that's the first 2 sets of trains run. Yeah. And now I'm going to hand over to Alex at the desk, who is going to try and fix something which has not been running for a while, and hopefully he can get it fixed, and then we can run it in the next set of trains. Ooh, these things are springy. Yes, so I'm going to hand over to Alex at the desk. Yes, thank you, Alex. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the desk. And here we have a project, and I'm going to put it into focus here. And you may remember this from a while back. This is EW&S Class 37 37057, and I think it should be called Viking, but the name's kind of rubbed off. And my partner bought me this during the pandemic, I think it was, or around 2020, 2021. And when it arrived, it had a cracked chassis, and like it's worked fine, but it doesn't work now because the wires have come off or whatever. And I haven't really done much with it. It didn't work too brilliantly when I put it away, but the motor looks clean enough inside, not that I can see much of it. So I'm hoping that with a little bit of oil, and if I can solder the wire back on, and maybe a bit of super glue on the bit here, it might just come back to life. Because it's a shame, because it's a nice diesel. It's got these weird couplings that someone's made for them. So yeah, I'm going to attempt to repair this now. So I'm using my new soldering iron that I got at Christmas, which I don't really know whether I'll be any good with. Just get the body off. It's a bit difficult to do because the chassis is cracked at the other end, so like it should just come off that end. But you know, come on, doesn't want to come off. So just start and take a look. You can see they've added some detail. They've got these sort of aerial things on the end, and there was another part to this etched grill, but it seems to have fallen off or got stuck on something in the drawer and come off, but it's fine. I would like to get nameplates for this at some point. You can see through the grate there. They've painted the inside black as well. Maybe it was a bit translucent before. So yeah, that's the body anyways. And here we have the massive weight that they've fixed into it, so it should have a good amount of traction when it's all together. This pin seems to be fine. The soldering job on there, I'm hoping I won't have to mess around with. So really, it's just a case of taking this and reattaching it. So I've actually taken off the bad end of this wire, and hopefully it's going to still be long enough to come at that side. So I'm going to turn this round and try and do this without breaking the red wire. Pop that side. So you can see there's a whole load of like clunky solder on there that needs to come off. And so I'm going to attempt to remove that, or at least melt it and reattach the black wire there. But I'm going to have to do it like that through the hole there, aren't I? Because yeah, that's going to be a pain. Because obviously it has to go back up inside the chassis, so it's limited. I suppose I could take it off of this end. I could try. There we go. Right, hopefully that's going to go back together. So we've got this wire here. I can then solder to it and then pass it back up through the chassis. That's a good way of doing it. So I'm going to turn on the soldering iron, or not. So this is the soldering iron I got for Christmas. And so I don't know how well it's going to work. Whether this solder is going to melt at all.
Let's see if we can tin this wire a bit. Here we are. Now you should probably do your soldering in a well-ventilated area, because it can be a bit smoky. You probably don't want to breathe that in too much. So now I'm going to try and merge these two together. Without burning it. Now, that seems pretty good. So now we just turn off the soldering iron. Tip of a wipe. There. Nice and clean again. Pop that back into the stand, and you should always have a proper stand for putting your soldering iron back in, because you don't want to burn yourself. So now we can pop this, hopefully, back under here and feed the wire through. And then eventually we can test it on the railway. The next job, I'd say, will be, well, put this bogey back in for a start, will be to see if we can super glue this. I might have to take the bogey out and then super glue it and then put it back in. But we'll put this onto here now. So this pin has to pull up, I believe, and then that. Just move it so you can see, if you haven't done these Lima things before, is they've got a little clip and it has a little notch cut in it, and you have to pull the pin up, and then there's a little section of the shaft there that then fits against the thing, and that stops the bogey falling out and keeps it all good. So we've got the wires there, and I suppose I don't want too much trouble with those. I'm going to blue tack them down there, and then we take that out there and rest that there a sec. I'll redo the blue tack when I put it back together, and I'll just get some super glue. So we can move that round there and push it back so you can see. It is quite a nasty split. I don't know whether they tried to fit some sort of hook or something through it, because there is actually a hole like carved right through it. You can probably see my finger just through the other side. So like getting this right is going to be a bit difficult, because it'll have to dry in the right way that allows it to what's it called, to let the bogey pivot without getting in the way. Right, we'll soak that there in the glue and hope it doesn't eat the plastic, and then we're gonna hold it together in the right way like that. So I think that's nearly set now, and we need some buffers. So I've got my little spares tub here, and I think I have some Lima buffers, or some buffers that look like they should be for this diesel. Whether they're off something else, I don't know. Let's have a look through and see. There's one. Right, I'll leave that there a sec. I don't know if it will fit. I'm sure there was definitely another oval buffer in here. There's one. I think they're actually of two different designs. Do I have any other design in there? And there's another one there. So those two look to be similar. So I do have two that are the same. So I'll try those. So just pop these back in here. Got here. I've got a dome off of the retro bug with a water filler cap. Just interesting things. I've got barrels to put in my brewery wagons. Close couplers. not the best things. I mean, they're quite neat, but they're not brilliant. All the barrels everywhere now. Don't need a driver and a fireman for inside the Class 37, because we don't have a cab. Can't pick that up. Right. Now, I have got here, just move that gently, some buffers that look like they might fit. Come on. Don't break the chassis. Yes! Perfect. Well, it's a bit wonky. I'll fix that in a second, but yay! That's handy. Oh, that's not so handy. I'm throwing the buffer across the desk. Right. The other buffer has fallen out. That's slightly annoying. Well, I can always add a bit of glue afterwards if they keep falling out, but they do seem to go in, so that's the main thing. We just need a bit of right. Now, I say that chassis is probably dry now. Dry enough to pop this back in. Yes, so I just I stopped there a second so I can make sure that I've got this in focus. So I'm in a bit of a fight with this, I think, because I really don't remember how to get it in properly. There's stuff on either side that has to get past the edges, and you've got these hooky bits that sit into the above the chassis, I guess. But how do you get that in? Well, I've got one up there. Okay. Now, how does it get the other one up? I don't want to break the chassis again. After having mended it. Right, well, I seem to have one side up, but then it's at too much of an angle. Is that how it's supposed to go? It can't be. I mean, even if I can get the... If we get the front end up first, like... There, like that. And then... This is absurd. Okay, so maybe it doesn't go that way. Maybe it goes that way first. And then up there like that. And then the front end has to come in somewhere. Just like that's supposed to be how that is. Somehow got to get that front part over without breaking it. Is this how it got broken before? The same thing happened to the previous owner, was trying to put it back in and just couldn't get it to go back. Oh. Puzzling. So I can fit it up there like that and it just won't give me the flex. Aha! Got it! Right. So that looks like it's in properly now. And it looks level. So I assume that those clippy things actually stay below the bit there and stop the chassis from coming down. Okay. Right. So that's all retached. And if we could get the blue tape to stick to the black tape, we might be alright. Now, when we get this back on, does it go that way? No, it goes that way. So, a moment of truth now, then go on and not break the chassis. Well, it's still in one piece, so that's good. Just give it a bit of oil. That's the pen. Let it drop on the mechanisms. hope that doesn't bugger them up. I say these wheels are probably fine, but I'll give them a drop anyways. Now, I would say that that is a good job. So I'm going to hand that over to Alex and hope that he has it running. Well, moment of truth, let's find out.
Yes, thank you, Alex, for repairing that. And now we're going to see whether it runs. So I've put up the Class 37 on the outside line with a trying transcontinental track cleaning car without the cleaning bit, a wagon I bought off eBay in a bright green SR livery, a prime port van because that's also green, and a BR rail freight brake van in green. So sort of a real mix there. Then I've got my pannier tank 2788 with the Tipfield Thunderbolt buffet coach because why not? It's got a bar in it. It's St. Patrick's Day. And a Southern Railways horse box, that's the one that I got from an exhibition in Wexford. So that's a kit built one on a trying chassis. And then a Great Western brake van. And then on the inside line, I've got my Joof tank in green with a Irish black and orange double mishmash, is some sort of like parcels coach or something, and an SR Van C. So I'm hoping all will go well. So this is the real test now. It's turning the Class 37 on. Well, it's going. So Alex at the desk has done something right. So there you go. Will it make it over the points? Yes, fantastic, right. Another locomotive back on the roster. So I'm looking forward to running that with EW Auster in future. Now, middle line, the pannier tank. There we go. That's a nice thing. And then, obviously, the Joof 040. And this may be the one that causes the problems because that double O Irish fan thing is not fantastic. And we'll get some footage of them running now.
Pause off. Thank you. Oh dear.
Well, it's not too nice out there, is it?
The hail's almost making it look like it snowed on the trampoline.
Right, well I call that a success anyways. Let's see how fast the 37 can go. That's top speed. It's not bad considering the amount of weight it's got. And its lowest speed, right there, that's pretty good. Right, we'll stop the penny tank in the station. I will just wait for Jim to get back to the station. Yes, the hail is coming down quite hard up there. Can you hear it? That rattling noise? That's the sound of the hail. Right, well, while I wait for the shower to stop so I can hear myself think, I'll change over the trains. Right, well, the storm has stopped its hail shower anyways, and I've got a nice warm hat on now. So this round is for the kids, because this is the Thomas round, where I've got green Thomas the Tank engines. So on the outside line, I have the Backman Thomas and Friends Henry pulling the Pullmans that the Flying Scotsman was pulling, because they're fairly smooth rolling, and well, the Flying Scotsman can handle them easily. Henry, more of a challenge. It's not got the most powerful motor. There you go. He's been allowed to pull the Express because it's a special day, St. Patrick's Day. And then on the inside line, Daisy's left the milk again. So Percy is on the milk train. And then on the middle line, I have Duck the Great Yesterday, good sound. Forgotten his toe, back. Bloody back on making it back. There you go, right. Got it in the end. So he's pulling a green Triumph open wagon, a matching green Triumph closed van wagon, the C&G Airs wagon, yellow and green like the current colours. I'm just going to have to stop for a second. It's coming uncoupled. I'm going to rearrange the order of these just a sec. There you go. So Pierce Foundry wagon, which was the Racing model Stop It Railway Club, has no coupling hooks. So, and they're of the droopy kind. So if it doesn't work, I'll have to take it out of the train. Stop dribbling on the cliff. No. We'll just have to do without the fancy Irish wagon. Get a new chassis for it, I'd say. Right, I'll pop that there. You know what? I'll put it in the side of over here now. That's it. Right. Everything's running, Smutpuss is dribbling, it's time to get some footage. Was that dribble for Smutpuss? Are you dreaming about a shamrock shake? And right, I suppose I should stop those trains there, so let's simply stop in the station. And we can jump at full speed. Stop in the station there. And we'll just bring person to a halt to the station in a second. Do you ever get some signal? There we go. So we found off on duck. There we are. Right, so there's 2 lots of trains left to run in this video, so I'm going to organise those and get them sorted out. So just be a moment and then we'll get back to running some more trains. Yeah, we will. Ooh, it's a snake. Get him, get him, get him. Ooh. Is he gone?
Yes, hello and welcome to the News 1 Beaglington Happy St. Patrick's Day parade camera for this year. And it's a bit glitchy, so bear with us. But here is the first person coming along. It's Alex from Beaglington-On-Sea, and he's carrying the Smutpuss. And who's this following behind? Why, it's Alex at the desk, and he's got a large bottle of glue. What do we do with that? Oh, so who's this coming along now? Why, it's the great fake Mill Crocobadoo. Hello there. Hello everyone, and little boys and girls. Happy St. Patrick's Day. How lovely. We've got a few more people coming along here. Who's this? Oh, that's Charles Burchetham from Burchetham on the Hob. He's got a new cookbook and TV show coming out soon as well on the One Beaglington channel. So, yes. Oh, there's someone else. Why, if it isn't our own presenter himself, Bernard Soosterwig. Well, we'll get back to parade cam in a few minutes, but now for a break.
Yes, well, now, it's time to run the second to last set of trains. So, on the inside line, I have the CIE Holden with the Graphar Suburbans to make a sort of Irish sheep, countryside looking kind of train. And then on the middle line, I have my Malachite Railroad coaches and a Malachite E2, number 104, Southern Malachite with yellow stripes, very lovely. Hopefully that will work because it's a bit temperamental. And then on the outside line, I have Dinnerdan and the Mornsall Super Detail coaches with the Mornsall Dining coach. Because, you know, normally I would run Dinnerdan with the Malachite coaches because they're lower detail, it's lower detail, but I figured, you know, I'd let it have a go with the fancy coaches. So, hopefully it'll be alright. So comes that, and then here comes E2. It's a bit temperamental. I'll see if I switch controllers to that side. 1 second a minute. And it seems to enjoy the red knob a bit better than the HM2000. And then we've got Holden Tank, number 9, and the CIE Flying Snail livery. Going around. Did that a nice thing. And this didn't work very well before when I first got out of the box, but actually it was running quite well. So there, we'll get some footage of those running now. Lovely southern green rolling stock.
Here we go.
Right, well, we're kind of running out of time now, so I'm going to stop these engines now, and we can get ready for the last one. So there's Dinner Dan in the station. I thought that went quite well. There's the lovely little CIE tank engine. It's very nice. And I have the Patton's CIE coaches on pre-order, although I think they've now moved to Rails of Sheffield. I'm still waiting to find out about that properly. So hopefully I'll have a rake of coaches that it can pull, and it won't be too heavy for it to pull. So that will be interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to afford those when they eventually come out. So I'm going to grab a final set of locomotives and rolling stock to put on the railway. So yeah, 2 seconds now. And then, alas, we come to the last run of trains in this St. Patrick's Day special. Many trains have run, and I hope you've enjoyed them. And so I'm going to run on the outside line another Great Western engine, which I ran last episode. It's King George V, I think. And it's going to be pulling original working to come back from the southern, well, the southern train has gone up to the western region, it's coming back. So it's Mark 1s in Malachite Green with the new buffet restaurant car that I reviewed. And it's got a full brake on the end, and they're all third and first, so should be quite comfortable for the passengers, and they can have a snack on the way. And then on the middle line, I have an LNER J83 8473, and that's pulling the Graphite coaches that I had the holding tank on. And then on the inside line, I have the Retro Pug, which I have managed to wire its coupling up. I tied some wire around the coupling so it won't come undone. And as you can see, I've chosen to make this train up of this is why I chose the Era 1 train, so I could make it up with my blue and yellow coaches for, obviously, our Ukrainian friends. So, there we have that. And the brake fan is actually blue with yellow interior and yellow seats. So, I think it looks quite nice. And there's a little Irish flag hanging off of the Hornby open blue coach as well. Just a nice little touch. So there was the Retro Pug. And there goes the J83. And I chose the Lima King because I'm expecting its weight and its power to give it enough torque to pull the train, because this train has quite stiff axles and can be difficult to pull. So something's off, but I can't figure out where. I believe it's the middle coach. Just for more power, I feel like. Let's pop that back on the track. There we are, right now, this is what the bird is running for the last run of trains.
before I put it into my jumper and now I'm stuck. Apparently driving into my jumper has had a very ill effect on the King. It seems to just not be running particularly well. If I uncouple it a sec, take that off, hang on, uncouple that. Let's see now. Put him back on the rails. Well, the train is fine. We lost the King though. I'm just gonna move those coaches out the way. Okay. Never mind. Lord of the Isles has come to the rescue of the King. You can see now that there's nothing blocking the platform anyway, so it's just a case of getting it going. I should probably turn the power up though. Stuck on the points. Doesn't like the frogs. Just keeps getting stuck on the points. Oh wow. Well, I didn't notice that. Yeah, it was a bit of an accident. Probably about time to stop, I'd say.
Yes, right, well there was a bit of an incident there. Lord of the Isles, I thought might have been burnt out when I came back here, but actually it seems to be running all right now, so I'm going to send you backwards to the station. So the passengers in those coaches can get off. And we'll stop the retro pub in the station as well. And we'll just wait for the day through. So yes. Good. Thank you very much for joining us here at Beaglington-On-Sea for the St. Patrick's Day special. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of the trains running. I know the decoration might not be as good as last year. It's definitely darker, so I don't know if there's been lighting issues during the video, but yeah, anyways. I hope you enjoyed it. So thank you from me, from Alex at the desk, and from Smutpuss, who's around here somewhere. As you can see, St.Patrick got rid of the snakes, so everything's good. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed your time down here in Beaglington-On-Sea, and we'll see you here again soon. You've been a wonderful audience, but now I guess all there is to say is Slana Walla. Sláinte everyone. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Oh yeah, there's a subscribe button thing and the playlist thing too. See ya.